We're going to keep improving our number guessing game here, and we're going to start with the feature where we can tell the user they either need to guess higher or lower. So, what we can do is inside of this while loop, each time we're asking for a new guess, we can use an if statement to check and see whether their guess was too high or too low. So, we can say if guess is less than the correct number. In that case, they guessed too low, so we need to tell them to guess higher. So we still want to do this line here that says that we want, the guess to be the result of an input and convert it into an int, but we want a message a little bit before guess that says, maybe we'll say wrong, period, you need to guess higher because their guess was less than the correct number. So the else part of this, and make sure this is tabbed on the same line as the if, we need to make sure that these two line up. We're going to also update the guess variable, but we're simply just going to change part of this to say that you need to guess lower instead of higher. So let's go ahead and give this a shot and make sure that it's working. So let's guess something below, like 1. It says you need to guess higher. Let's try 2, 4. Yep, it's still saying higher. Let's try 6. Look at that. You need to guess lower. Okay, so now the person using the game has an idea of whether they need to go higher or lower. The next bit is that the answer is always the number 5. We need to fix this. So because we're going to be using randomness, we need to make sure that we import random here so that we can use this library of code. And so I'm going to say, instead of the correct number always being 5, I'm going to say random.rand int, and I want it to be between 1 and 100. And you'll notice this nice helpful text here. It tells us this includes both endpoints. So we're secure in knowing that, okay, it's going to have 1 and 100. Now, this is also a good point to say we should probably print and tell the user that the number is going to be between 1 and 100 so that they know what range they should be guessing in. So let's go ahead and put a little intro here, and we'll say, hi, welcome to the guessing game. Please guess a number between 1 and 100. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this, see what it looks like. Hi, welcome to the guessing game. Please guess a number between 1 and 100. What is your guess? So I don't know what the guess is. So this is going to be the first time we're actually playing our game for real. So let's try the number 50. Okay, it says we need to go lower. Let's try 25. Look at that. 25 was the right answer. We didn't even have to go too far. Okay, you can see it worked. We got 2 guesses. Let's try this again. Go with the number 50. We need to go lower. Let's try 25. Need to go lower than that. 13. Okay, it's between 13 and 25. So 20, 17, 18. Look at that. The right answer was 18, and it took us 6 guesses. Wow, isn't this fun? We got the basic guts of the game working, and really the last bit that I'd like to show here to really put some polish on our game is that I think it would be fun for someone using this game to make it seem like the program is alive and there's actually some life to it. So what we can do is we can introduce some pauses in between when things are shown on the screen to add a little bit of dramatic effect. So I'm going to import a new library here called time. And what we're going to do with time is just sort of put some pauses between things. So we're going to update this message. Hi, welcome to the guessing game. And I'm going to change this to say, I am going to pick a number between 1 and 100. And then I'm going to print out on a separate line here and say, picking a number, ... And then now it'll ask, what is your guess? So if we just run this right now as is, you'll see, hi, welcome to the game. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 100. Picking a number, what is your guess? Just there's no magic there. But what we can do with this time now is I can say, okay, I want to say time.sleep, and you just put in the number of seconds that you want things to pause. So maybe I'll put 3 seconds here. And then after picking a number, I'm going to put 2 seconds. So I'm going to say time.sleep and add 2 seconds here. And I want you to notice the feel of this now. So if we stop and run this again, hi, welcome to the guessing game. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 100. picking a number. What is your guess? Do you see how now there's just a little bit of life here? And so I'll go ahead and make my guess, and it says 50, and it can say wrong. You need to guess lower. You can decide if you want to have a sleep inside of here. So you could say, let's at least give 1 second to give back an answer. Like we could say, let's do a sleep for like 1. Let's see how this feels. So we'll stop and run this again. Hi, welcome to the guessing game. Pick a number between 1 and 100. Picking a number. What's your guess? 50. Wrong. You need to guess higher. What's your guess? 75. Wrong. And so, at least to me, even though technically we do not need these time sleeps at all, in fact, it's making our program here slower, I think this really brings a little bit of magic to the situation in that someone is actually thinking, hey, I think this code is thinking and making this guess, even though, it doesn't really have a soul. This brings some life to the project, in my opinion. So there you have it. You've created your last and final project of the course. You should feel very proud of yourself. Let's go ahead and wrap things up with where you can go next with your new Python skills.